Example 2, solving linear systems by elimination. So using elimination to solve each system of equations. Now, when we do elimination, we need to find a variable so that we can cross out. So we need to find one that is positive and one that is negative, and it needs to be the same number. Sometimes we already have them be opposite, so like a 3 and a negative 3. If they are not opposite, our first step would be to make opposite variables. Okay. Now, step 2 is to add equations. So we've got equation 1 and equation 2. Remember I already said that we've got 3 and negative 3. So when I add, I'm literally just going to take and put a line here and add them. I'm going to add them. So 2 plus 4 makes 6x. 3 plus negative 3. All of this goes away. It's no longer here. Then 34 plus negative 4 makes 30. So step 3 is to solve. So we have to divide by our 6. X equals 5. Step 4, substitute into either equation. So use whichever one of these you like that's going to be nicer for you. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to choose 1 for this time. So 2 times 5 plus 3y equals 34. 2 times 5 is 10 plus 3y equals 34. So we need to solve that. So minus 10. That goes away. 3y equals 34 minus 10 is 24. We divide by 3, y equals 8. So we've got 5, comma 8. And that is our answer. We're going to do the same thing for B. Now this time, I did not have one that is the same. We've got 2 and a 3, a 4 and a 3. When you do this, make sure that you've got x and y in the right place. So x comes first, y comes first, or second. Sometimes they don't always give them to you that way. So you need to make sure you're being very careful. Okay, so in this case, we need to get them to be the same number. Let's go ahead and cross out x this time. So what number does 2 and 3 both go into? 2 and 3 both go into 6. So 2 times what? So 2 times what gives me 6. So 2 times 3 gives me 6. On the bottom, we want it to be not positive 6, but negative 6. So 3 times what gives me negative 6? So 3 times negative 2. So I'm going to take this entire top one, remember we said 3, by 3. So, and then this entire bottom one, we said it has to go by negative 2. So 3 times 2, so our new equation 1, 3 times 2 is 6x. 3 times 4 is 12y. And it also goes to the other side of the equal sign over there. So 3 times negative 10 is negative 30. Now we're going to make our new equation 2. So negative 2 times 3 is negative 6x. See how they're the same now, just opposite? Then 2 times 3, or negative 2 times 3 is negative 6y. And negative 2 times negative 3, they're both negative, so that's a positive 6. So now we can come in and add. These two are opposite. So 12 minus 6 is 6y. And then negative 30 plus 6 is negative 24. Solve for y. So divide by 6. So y equals, that's going to be negative 4. Okay, so now it does not matter if you come back up to equation 1 or 2, or if you use the new equation 1 or 2. I normally come back to these because they're normally smaller numbers, but it's really up to you. So this time, let us do equation 2 just for the fun of it. So 3x plus 3 times negative 4, because that's our y, equals negative 3. 3x, 3 times negative 4 is negative 12, equals negative 3. 3x, oops, sorry. And we need to add our 12 because we're solving. So 3x equals negative 3 plus 12 is 9. Divide by 3, x equals 3. So our final point is 3, negative 4. Let's try one more together. We have 5x minus 3y equals 42. And 8x plus 5y equals 28. We need to see if either of those are opposite already. 5 and 8, they are not opposite. 3 and 5, they are not opposite, but we do have opposite signs. So, personally, since they already have opposite signs, I'm probably going to work with a y here. Now, what number do both 3 and 5 go into? They both go into 15. So what makes this 15? That would be a positive 5. So my equation 1 will be times by positive 5. My equation 2, I need this to be 15. So 5 times what gives me 15? 3. So now I'm going to take that 5, remember it goes to each one of these. 5 times 5. My new equation 1 is 25x. 5 times negative 3 is negative 15y. And 5 times 42 is 210. Now this 3 times the 8 is 24, so new equation 2 is 24x. And 3 times 5 makes a positive 15y. And then 3 times 28 is 84. Our next step is to add them. So 25 plus 24 makes 49. This goes away. 210 plus 84 is 294. Solve for x, so divide by 49. So x equals 6. Now we need to take that and plug it back in. Does not matter to equation 1 or equation 2. Let us do this one because it's the smaller number. So if we plug it into equation 1, 5 times 6 minus 3y equals 42. 5 times 6 is 30. Minus that 3y equals 42. Solve for y, we got to minus our 30. So negative 3y. 42 minus 30 is 12. Divided by negative 3. Y equals negative 4. So our final answer is 6, negative 4. Here are two for you to try.